to the main. Alright, Dad, shut that off before we get What is going on, everybody?
Hello, everyone.
Dad and I are back for the first time in a long time. And what a time to come back. So he's a little bit, the camera's not focusing on him right now, but that's why I got that toy cam. Let's just get to it. So you can see him a little bit better. So it's, I can't even fit him in the shot. Like, I don't have enough space for him to go back, and I don't have enough space for my camera to go further back. So at the end of this, I'll probably take him and take one of the cameras and give you a better shot. So this is the DX version, and man, I'll let you go first. Take it away. What are your impressions of this?
No, I like it. Definitely, I like it a lot. I was surprised how really tall it was. That's for sure. With the wings, and how great the wings look on their own, like the detail in this acrylic or whatever it is. Very nice, very nice. I mean, it's just a demon of a Godzilla, that's for sure. I mean, so nasty. I mean, you could. He looks like molten lava, you know. The orange and the dark gray. Just an amazing piece. Unbelievable.
So yeah,
the eyes too. No joke intended.
With the light up feature on this, it's just kind of insane. I think you guys should still be able to hear me. I'm close to Dad's mic right now. But I mean, this is a figure that, like, this is where the light up almost has to be on all the time. Hit the switch there.
Hmm?
So like just to show you the pop of the light up, hit turn off. Like, watch the pop of this thing. Like,
okay, so that's off.
So
obviously.
without the lights on, it still has a presence of a figure, but my goodness.
And it's dark. The lights are off in this room. Just computer lights are on. So
yeah, that is also. I mean, insane. So this is definitely one I highly recommend. Let's see if I just get the whole thing in the shot. I don't think my camera even goes. All right, there we go. Yeah, I can barely even get it. This is crazier than the Ghidra because the wings are high. They're higher, not wider. So just absurd. The assembly on this actually wasn't too bad. Let me actually turn on the lights now so we can talk a little bit more about. So as you can see, this is the back of the wings, and obviously any light source that hits the wings is gonna go crazy. So over here is where your two wings clip in. There'll be a big you kind of can't miss it. You just gotta kind of jiggle it in a little bit. It goes in smooth. So here's the first knock that I'll have on this figure. So inside, you can see like there's this extra little pulse in here. In there. They take AAA batteries at the bottom. And we did a test to see if maybe you'll see this piece inside the box. There's two of them. These are actually the pieces that go at the bottom of the wing to keep them from popping out, the batteries. So this is kind of like just magnets at the bottom. I was hoping this would close the circuit so when you shut off the main lights, those also shut off, but they do not. The good news is you really only gotta like loosen them up a little bit to get your finger under it to shut them off. But it's kind of annoying. But they do add definitely a little bit of an extra effect. Obviously, they don't go all the way up the wings, which I know all of us wanted, myself included. But that's pretty much it. These are separate. These Can't even like follow my hands here. These just clip in. The magnets are insanely strong. Like this is me tugging on it a little bit, and I can't even get it off. So that happens on both sides.
Oh yeah, the magnets had a really strong click in.
Yeah.
You could feel it.
The DX comes with 2 tails. Another tail. That's gone. Other tails in that box. So the one cool thing about the DX is if you don't like, if you don't like or have the space, which I can definitely see could be an issue for these mammoth wings. What you can do is the wings come off. He comes with some extra dorsals, which I'll show off in a second. And the second tail doesn't have this aura effect. So you'll basically just have a normal Burning Godzilla. But here are the details in here. Just kind of crazy, honestly. I wish I had enough room to be able to bring in the Ghidra to properly show you like what it looks like. It's kind of insane. What are you doing, Dad? Dad helping me so much again. Really keeping the chat going.
Oh, I'm trying to get on it.
Alright, let me see it. I fixed the shot to where the main shot here, so he'll be in focus. Again, this is me over it. I mean, you can't even see me. Hi. I'm 6 foot. This is how big this thing is. It's crazy. Literally crazy. Yeah, I don't have much. Oh, there's some other stuff to show off too. Hold on, be right back. Yeah, take it away, please.
Leslie says it's figure of the year without question. Eric agrees. It's pretty easy to put together. I mean, it's there actually is no instruction sheet, so it's pretty straightforward. Tail goes in the back. You can see where the wings go, and that's it. And there's a couple little add-ons, like AJ said, these pieces here. Like this here, from the wing to the tail. Those pieces are magnetic, and they just click right in. And then in the front of them, where it comes on his cowl, there's 2 little pieces that kind of finish that off too. Those are magnetic also.
Yeah, these little guys here. I remember you remember the first Popkin video where he had the first unboxing. People thought those were brakes. They're actually the magnetic parts to like kind of make it look more flush instead of just flat. So also, here's the awesome Matt Frank print. I think the big print, if you got both King Ghidra and the Godzilla, is coming at a different time. I gotta double check on that. So hold on that, and then of course, you also get your certificate. Let's see if maybe the toy cam can capture this better. Hold on a second. It's actually really cool. You can't make it. Okay, you can kind of make it out there. Look at the Godzilla cave painting that's like subtly in the back of this certificate. I freaking love it. Little simple things like that are so cool. And then of course, just like if you got the King Ghidra, you're about the Monarch for eyes only classified official documents, which comes with a nice little like breakdown of the figure itself with all the specs. Designed by, special thanks to Matt Frank, Tanaka Kenichi. So pretty awesome. So still comes with some really good stuff. Highly recommend have someone help you with this. I definitely.
Yeah, unboxing it's probably the hardest part. To be honest
Yeah,
with you.
I first. You think this wouldn't be bigger than the Ghidra, but both boxes actually are. Like, because the second box has the second tail and all that kind of stuff, so it just ends up being like that. No, let's just turn them off and spin them. We'll just keep spinning.
Unplug it.
All right, so a couple cool things to talk about. If you have the King Ghidra and what kind of improvements Spirals has made that I noticed. So now we're just gonna have them spinning. Hopefully, I'm out of the tail zone. Yeah, the wings go up, so it shouldn't get slapped around with any wings. But like I was saying, if you wanted to make it the Burning Godzilla without the wings, you absolutely can totally do that. Like I said, here's one of the dorsals. Magnetic dorsals. So basically the two slots that these massive things slot into, there are additional dorsal fins to fill those holes. So big improvements from the Ghidra to this. The light up function, flat out. One of the biggest issues with the King Ghidra was it had the foot had the prong that had to go in. So you're dealing with, like, if that thing didn't go in perfectly, there could be some issues, which definitely had happened to some people and whatnot. With this, there is no indent. His feet are completely flat. You can actually, like, you don't even need the base. You might need like a little tail stand if you wanted to. But on this, the base actually has two, like, what would you call those? Like the electric prong, almost like a battery. The battery prongs.
Right, yeah, like little springs.
Yeah, it's got two battery springs. His feet's got the connectors.
Yeah,
they just sit on top, so that completes
and the foot has like a metal plate. So once he sits in, it's just definite contact. You know, the metal plate on the foot, it's the spring, and that's the contact, and there you go. There you got your lights.
Yeah, so that's one of the biggest improvements. Also, the base. Last time one of these, you can't see it. Well, if you had the King Ghidra base, they have the same generic pattern around the outside, kind of like these pillars on the side. The King Ghidra base for the light up, it was hidden within it. In this one, you know where the hole is to plug it in. Like, you don't gotta go searching to find which one.
Right. Yeah.
So there's
the input, and then there's the on-off button right next to it. Pretty simple.
One of my personal knocks, though, is the extension cord that they give you to plug it in is like this big. Now, I don't know. So you're going to basically, in most displays, you're going to need an extension cord to get this to an outlet.
Right.
Because it's most likely going to be propped up on some kind of 3 foot to 5 foot kind of display table. And that thing's probably not going to reach your standard like outlet, or it's going to get really close. What I would love to see, this is complete. There's no way this could probably even happen. But one thing that I would think would be so cool, because I've always wanted to just have stuff on displays on turntables like this, where they just spin. It would be so cool if like the base was its like own Lazy Susan. So like see this part would just kind of stay while the other slides, so you can keep it plugged in without the thing wrapping around.
Right.
Again, that could probably, I don't even think that's possible, but hey, we can dream. Let's see, let's check out the chat. Figure of the year, this is definitely a contender. Just the wings alone are insane, honestly. I was thinking they were honestly just going to be like clear translucent wings, orange or whatever, but they actually have an intricate like painted pattern on them. Like you can tell they're Mothra wings. It's super subtle and it's great. Obviously, the big knock, they don't fully light up. I totally understand that. I definitely don't like the battery compartment thing. Seems weird. That, like, I don't know. To have to be able to pull something out to turn it on and off, and it's not the best.
As he spins around, you see like behind the shoulder on the lower wing that yellow part.
Yeah, that's
the like the batteries are on this.
Yeah, so we just
and that's what's lighting up there. That's the battery lights. So I mean, it's a cool little effect, but it's
the Godzilla weighs. I'm gonna say just the God like. I don't know what the wings, but with the base and the Godzilla, this is definitely in the range of like 40 to 50 pounds. I actually tried to slide the turntable to get more center in the shot, and I couldn't. I actually had to get up and pick it up and move it because it's hefty. So let's see some other. Let's see what other improvements. I think the light up, just the light up in general, I think is great. I love the new base. I don't know.
And the wings are definitely translucent orange and yellow. So when the light catches them, you'll see orange, you'll see yellow. So there is a two-tone to the wings. It's not just a solid color. And like AJ says, inside the detail of the sculpt of the wings, like you could see that, like the eye that's in the wings, you know, the Mothra eye. You could see obviously the veins and stuff like that. So it's just crazy.
Yeah. Rob Kennedy X, is this, the standard, there's no difference in size. The standard just doesn't have the wings and does not have a base. How you get the standard to light up is you can kind of see the building by his tail. You get that building, and that building is the connection that he lights up from. Which is pretty cool. Is the pattern painted or actually sculpted? Honestly, dude, it's kind of both. Like, the wings definitely have sculpted texture to them, which is why the light hitting off them is crazy. But then there's also, it's both. I can see it right now.
No, these wings aren't smooth, if that's what you mean.
Yeah, the wings are definitely not smooth.
You could feel every ridge that you see there.
Yeah, I'll go back to the toy cam.
Feathers, so to speak, I guess.
I'll go back to the toy cam here where you can see right there the light bouncing off the details on the wings, and then there's a pattern inside them as well. So I guess Leslie had asked, what do I like better, this or the King Ghidra? That's okay. I guess we gotta do like
they're different. You know what I mean? Artistically, and I think this is more like wow to the eye.
They're both wow to the eye.
I know, but this with the giant flame wings and everything. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty like. I mean, don't get me wrong. Ghidra is amazing.
Yeah, this. We're comparing two like S tier collectibles right now.
Right.
I guess this is gonna.
You have to have both.
Yeah, this might be a hot take, but I think I might prefer the Ghidra more. And this is a very slight more, only because the Ghidra does not rely on the light up to really hit its main effect. Like, the Ghidra looks great without the light up. The light up functions more of just like a fun little extra add-on, whereas the light up on this, like, just absolutely takes it to a whole other level. It just takes it to a whole other level. So this is definitely one where, hold on, let me make sure I shut the turntable off before we're ripping lines out of sockets and stuff. Where is it? No, it's on me. There you go. So I guess, I mean, again, is that a knock? I don't even know, but For me, yeah, I guess because the Ghidra doesn't need the light up function to just be as insane as it is. Whereas this one goes from a good figure statue to literally just ultra next level. Like when Dad and I shut off all the lights when we were putting it together, I'm like, all right, let's. When we turn the lights on, we're like, oh my god,
Yeah.
it's insane, honestly, and it transforms everything. Cause like, I guess another knock would be the base isn't the more detailed. I definitely prefer the Ghidra base with the green monster and
Well, I mean, but
in
this
the field.
is, I mean, it's kind of movie accurate. I mean, everything
Oh
is
yeah,
just
no, it's
melting garbage underneath
yeah,
them, you know what I
it's
mean?
destroyed. But I'm just saying, like, Leslie asked for a comparison, so I'm trying to give. Again, we're comparing two ridiculous figures, so that's it. It I guess the Ghidra just because it doesn't need the light up function, and then obviously if this thing's wings completely lit up to the sky, then I think it would be undeniable. But I'll tell you this: you don't need a lot of light. We were just playing around with it before
Yeah.
to get some cool pictures of it.
All the nooks and crannies catch light.
Yeah.
So it's not like you have to have spotlights put on them or anything. You know, it's you're gonna see the wings. You know.
Yeah, unless you're.
I mean, they're not. If you shut the lights off, they're not gonna light up. But
yeah,
with lights on, you still get a great effect.
You just need a little light source to hit the wings. So if you have any lights, like some spotlights or whatever, if you were looking to make a display, you're not gonna have any trouble.
Oh yeah, you can direct them
light up the room.
Have the lights hit the back of the wings and then look at them from the front. You'll be like, okay.
Let's see. Let's check the chat. I'm sorry, guys. What else we got? Someone. Oh, do you plan to display them side by side next to the Ghidra on opposite? No, I plan on having them face each other. We definitely have a display in mind. It really just becomes when we have enough time to do it. But man, this is definitely another. The first two Spyro releases are just centerpieces, and then the Mothra Larva that just came out. Obviously, while it's not eye-catching like this, the Mothra Larva stands on its own if you're a huge Mothra fan. And then, one of the cool things too, the Mothra Larva, because it's also translucent, if you give a light source to it, it kind of transforms it into another figure. You can absolutely get that pulsing effect to mimic the movie. I saw like Bat Chain Puller mentioned like they was kind of surprised Spiral didn't go that route to begin with. But hey, I mean, nothing a little $20 LED from Amazon can't fix. Yeah, I don't know. This thing is just jaw dropping, man. It really is.
Talk about anticipation. Jeez.
Yeah, so speaking of that,
waited so long.
Yeah, speaking of
thanks
that,
for your patience.
So if you're like, oh, why does this guy have, why is Kaiju the first one to have it? So tomorrow, we had gotten the first container. We had like 60 or so standard Burning Godzillas. Those are all. Everyone should have gotten their tracking emails by now. We actually have, I believe, 4 actually available in stock. If anyone watching is still interested and really impressed, by all means, check us out, kaijulab.shop. We got 4 ready, available, and ready to ship. The DXs are also going to be going out later this week. Just got to separate the edition sizes and get them paired up because the 2 boxes are massive. And again, another 60 of those will be going out. So yeah, a lot of big, massive box days are coming your way. These, if you did get the King Ghidra, both these boxes are actually bigger than the King Ghidra boxes together. Because the King Ghidra base box was just the base, so it wasn't enormous. Whereas these 2 boxes are both almost on equal footing because the base box has both tails, as well as the base. So it's just a much bigger and a much heavier box. I know a lot of people are like, why is the shipping so much? Well, that's the reason. These two together are insane. The two boxes. But yeah, so Kaiju Live, we're pretty much by next week. My goal is to get everything out by Saturday. It'll probably be everything's dropped off by Monday, similar to this week, whereas all tracking emails and all that stuff are out by Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday is the drop off day for us, or hopefully maybe they can pick them up, but we'll figure it out. And I don't know if we have any extras of the DX. I have to go through that. I don't know. That might have to be the second run, because there is another container on the way as well. So this is round 1. And yeah, so many gigantic Bach days. Box days. What did I say? Bach days? The Bach days. Yeah, if you have the DX, yeah, you get 2 figures in one. If you don't dig all this or don't have the room for all this, the good thing is, like, the wings go up, so you're really not taking, it doesn't transform and take up different amount of space. It's really just, do you have the height as opposed to the width? So yeah, you get 2 figures, and it's pretty crazy. I think I was giving the base a little bit too much of a hard time here. Let me zoom in on the base. I think I was being a little too harsh.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, that's given. Hold on, let's get in the toy cam here. We'll get some more crispy zoom ins, and I think call it a night. What I hit? Nothing. That's goozy. Alright, so just like the figure, the base is like completely transformed when you get the lights on. Because when the lights aren't on, the base just looks kind of like, oh, alright, yeah, it's some mud around the buildings.
That's the movie, right?
But then,
there. I mean, there you go.
When they're on, baby, get that nice. Oh.
Yeah, the camera's melting.
The camera's melting. It's getting too hot, too radioactive.
It's too much.
So.
I love the eye.
Yeah, so that's one of the things, like, where I was talking about how when the lights aren't on, the eyes look alright. But when the lights are on, you're like, holy crap. Just absolutely transforms the thing. It's really,
badass Godzilla, man.
It's really insane. I can't believe that guy. There's nothing I can even do. But see, like, alright, so look at the spotlight that I have behind it. I mean, granted, it's on the ceiling. And the wings look great. So yeah, that's definitely the one knock. The wings are not fully light up. So now, you know what? For fun, let's shut off all the lights. Give you the final look. No light sources. No gimmicks. Just Gojira. Just Godzilla. Oh my god. Look at it on the camera already. You wanted burning, you're gonna get burning. One more light. The monitor lights will have to do so I can see you guys. Alright, there it is. Holy. I'll show you on the main cam so you can see. Look at this, guys. Fellas and ladies. I mean, just. So now, for our wing people. Like I said, this is my phone. You don't need a lot. I know you having to do it on your own kind of stinks. But again, there's not a lot you need, because the best thing about translucent wings is they're going to catch and reflect any light. Dad's trying to get us banned again. Playing too much copywritten music.
I don't hear anything.
Yeah. Yeah, and this video is going to get taken down. But this is it. This is him in all his glory. Look at that. Look at that shot right there. Oh my god. Gojira. That's what I mean. Like when the lights are off, when the figure's got its lights on and the lights are off, I mean, I'm taking this over the Ghidra. When he doesn't have his light up on, then the Ghidra has a chance.
Right.
In terms of figure quality, this thing's just ridiculous, guys. So there it is. I hope you liked it. Let's see. Were there any other tips that we had? I think we went over some of the concerns because I know people were asking about the batteries and the lights.
Well, the styrofoam box that's inside the carton is very tight. You know, so don't be frustrated. Take your time. What we did is open the flaps, gently turn the box over, and try and lift the carton off
the boxes are very tight.
Off the styrofoam box is a brick. I mean, it's got 2 straps on it, Velcro straps, as well as being taped. So don't worry about the lid opening and the figure falling out. That won't happen. And just take your time. I mean,
this thing is just. Yeah, definitely take your time, and if you can, definitely make sure you have a helping hand available. Just because the box process is a little much. But mine was packed very nicely. It basically comes in, the wings have 2 compartments. The box and the 2 tails are together. And then the wings are with the body. And that's pretty much it. Then it's got the extra dorsals if you want to do, no wings and just a straight up Burning Godzilla. But yeah. There's not much to complain about here, guys.
And the straight up Burning Godzilla is going to look amazing too, because you're not going to like with the wings, like we covered, you kind of lose the light in the height of the wings. But without the wings and you're just running dorsal fins, he's going to light up really nice and complete.
Yeah, Robert, there's no difference between the size of the figure. The standard just doesn't have wings and doesn't have a base. But the figure itself, they're both at same 50 centimeter scale. I wish I had enough room to really show this off with some size comparisons, but unfortunately, that's not happening. Let's see how cool this looks. Oh yeah, I can't wait to have some fun with some LEDs to make this display the way I wanted. But yeah, like I said, don't take a lot. Does not take a lot from the back. All right, so we're gonna wrap up. Any other questions? Oh, and the standard, by the way, Rob, is just 1 box. It's not 2 boxes. Yeah, in person, it's insane. It really is. Yeah. So I guess a quick recap if you weren't watching earlier and now you're looking at a black screen and you're like, what's going on? So this is the Burning Godzilla DX. The wings go on with basically there's a joint, a metal rod that goes in. They do take 2 AAA batteries, which do unfortunately have to be turned on individually. Let me just show you guys how quick and easy it is to shut one of these off. I do wish they'd all shut off together, but it is what it is. So you kind of just gotta snug it out a little bit. Just a little bit. And then the button is like right under the wing. Where are you? Where'd you go, buddy? And that's it. So you don't gotta like fully take it out. You can just put it. Get down. There we go. And that's it. So like, it's definitely not my favorite feature that you have to do that. But at least you don't have to completely take the wings off. You just kind of have to snug them out. And because the wings are vinyl, I mean, you're not really going to deal with any kind of like, oh my God, are these going to break? And stuff like that. So it's not the end of the world. I'm glad it's added because it does definitely add to the aura. I like the yellow. Um, but that's it. No. The DX won't start shipping like one. The DX, you'll probably everyone will get everything on probably your tracking and everything around Saturday, Sunday again, and it will probably all be dropped off Monday. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna have time to do that. I already had a pretty much nonstop just getting these 60 standards out. Dez, I don't know. Maybe he did. Maybe he didn't. We'll never know, man. We'll never know. I hope to see this on his channel though. But all right. Dad, any closing statements?
Um, no, I mean I just love it. And again, when you're assembling it, just use common sense. Always try and pick up by the thicker pieces. Save yourself, you know, a mistake happening. You know, always pick up by the thicker pieces. If it's the wing, grab it by the thicker parts of the wing. If it's the body, grab it by the legs and the belly. Stuff like that.
Cornelius X, how's the main body details compared to an X Plus? So that's kind of hard to answer. The details are definitely insane, but because of what they're trying to capture with the paint app, I feel like some of those details aren't truly seen. But then once you hit the lights, then you're like, oh,
Right.
okay.
Yeah, it has to be
It's
let
one of
out.
those weird. It's weird because like when the lights are off, you'd be like, all right, like I can totally see what you'd be like. Oh, the details aren't there, but like this was absolutely designed to be designed around the light up to enhance the figure completely. So to me, I feel like the only way to properly even review it is in its light up form because that's what it's going for. It's not just like, oh look, his fins light up. This is like, oh okay, this is Burning Godzilla.
Right.
So in this form, I mean the details are insane. Because of how the paint app, how everything's integrated together to work together. If I had any complaint about the paint, I guess it would be the I guess the black dry brushing around the main dorsal plates seem to be a little lighter than I was expecting. And again, uh,
It's meant to be seen lit up.
like
Let's face it, because
it's not
with the
much
lights
like
off, it's a dry brushed figure, and that's all it is.
yes,
It's one color.
he's like
It's not like it's
looks like he came out of
right.
a bucket of blood.
But you're meant to see that blood yellow orange underneath between all the scales. That's what makes him him.
If you're planning to you're trying to get your display ready for this, I would absolutely make sure this is next to an outlet, so you can basically have this desired effect at all times. I'm gonna try to convince Kelly to bring this into the bedroom, but I don't think that's gonna go over too well. I might just keep this here. We might not ever do another Kaiju live because I'm just never gonna move this. But
I might be doing an auction show during the week, guys, too. So.
Oh wow!
Check the site.
Wow, look at this. We were planning to do an auction show tonight, but it's been a lot, and I don't want any of the auction show items to get, I don't want to say left behind, but if you guys pay this week, I'm really focused on getting these spiral things out because they're, tremendous and need to get out of the warehouse that they're in because that's a borrowed space. That's not my personal space. So I'm just trying to manage the workload, so to speak, so people aren't waiting for auction stuff for 3 weeks going, what the hell's happening? Already had a guy, asking why it's taken 5 days to get his figure, So it is what it is. All right, everybody. Spyro Studio Ultimate Masterline Burning Godzilla DX. I'm gonna give this thing. I mean, this is in its light up form. It's a 10 out of 10. The only knock on it is when it's not lit up. It's a 9 out of 10.
Yeah. No, I'd agree.
You know,
I mean, there's nothing else
an
like
8
it.
out of 10 maybe when it's not lit up, but when it light up, this is a 10 out of 10. And I'm very happy with this. This, the Ghidra, and the two Mortha larvas. So far, Spyro's first 3 releases have now been very impressive. I know, hopefully this starts getting the people that were been on the fence. I understand the delays have upset a lot of people, myself included, but it wasn't because we didn't want you to have it. You know what I mean? It's not like they were like, nah, make them wait an extra couple months. Man, even with the lights off, you can really see the details on the wings. Like, look.
Yeah, they're gonna catch whatever they can. That's
crazy.
right.
But
the other thing too, what a great concept to do, for this figure.
Well, yeah, this was
to throw the wings on. It's in the movie. It's kind of subtle. You don't, it's not like he comes walking down the street with wings on or anything like that.
Yeah, it's a quick. It happens in a flash.
Right.
It's.
That's what I'm saying. So it's pretty cool that, they thought of that.
Oh yeah, this was the thing that first caught my eye from Spiral. I saw the King Ghidra, but was like, oh, that's cool. But then when I saw this concept, I mean, we did the whole thing on it, and that's, we had Matt Frank on. All I wanted to do was talk about this thing because I was like, this is the coolest. Like, that's insane. Some company that would even attempt to do something like this because it's even the Ghidra. People don't realize what kind of production. Marvel it kind of is like. Even statue collectors that collect nothing but statues have the King Ghidra rated in their top 10 because of how ridiculous it is. The footprint that it has, the details, like it's just eye-catching because of its pose. It's in a complete museum pose. And so far, everything Spiral has put out is catching your eye.
Well, again, I mean, there's a lot of structured thinking behind this piece. I mean, these wings are over 2 feet long.
Yeah, he's taller than the King Ghidra.
Yeah, you got, I say, I don't know, 28-inch, 30-inch wings coming out of the back of a Godzilla, and they got to make sure they're steady and they're going to light up too, and so there's a whole, make sure this thing doesn't, isn't like a Fragile Wing Ghidra from 1984.
Yeah. Just to show you the back there. I haven't really showed that off. Back pulse.
And then getting to the entire figure to light up pretty steady like that.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Dad. I didn't mean to cut you.
No, I mean, there's not like a hot spot where you could say, oh, there's the bulb, and it fades out. The glow in the body is pretty consistent from head to tail. And the base, it just looks like, you've seen molten lava with volcano footage. That's it. That's what the base looks like. Bright fire orange yellow and charred black.
Des is asking, pallets been hitting the house? No, I actually to do this and to really try to alleviate the delays that were the Spyro King Ghidra. And now after going through it, I can kind of understand when, you get a container, in our case, 2 containers filled, and, they weren't on pallets. So me and my buddy, and we had to unload these 2 40-foot containers by hand. So yes, Sato, it was definitely a hell of a workout for sure. And, but I can totally understand when these things like hit the hub because of how big they are. They just sit in the corner until like, yeah, we'll get to it when we get to it. As opposed to, this came in and we're turning these 2 containers out in within 2 weeks. And
it's all new to everyone too. So it's a learning curve. Things will get better and better and better as far as production, shipping, and all that stuff.
This thing is insane.
You know, it's a baby company.
And not gonna be
Doing
baby
big
much longer,
things.
man.
Yeah,
Not
I
gonna
know.
be baby much longer.
I know, doing big things.
Oh, the Mothra Ultimate Masterline. I can't. Hopefully, I don't think that one's gonna hit this year. That's probably gonna be a next year. But yeah, so then again, if you're just being introduced to Spiral, maybe with this video, definitely check us out at kaijulive.shop. We do have the pre-orders available. As for the Burning Godzilla, we do have some standards still available, and I don't know about the DX. I gotta go over. I don't think, as of right now, I don't think anything's in stock. Maybe the second wave. I'll let you guys know. But then the giant GMK is on the I believe next up in terms of Godzillas. Then you got the G19 standard, and then I believe the new atomic version that just got announced. Not totally sure on all the details about that. I do think they are being planned on coming out at the same time. The Mewtwo Queen is, I want to say the Queen is actually going to be the next figure shipped. I think it's her and GMK are next, with Behemoth right behind. So by the end of the year, hoping that, this would be two this year. Or, I mean, I guess you count the standard, that's three. Or technically four if you count both Mothras. That's two Mothras, two Godzillas, GMK, a Mewtwo, and a Behemoth. That ain't bad. You're looking at 8 releases hitting this year from Spiral.
And what about?
And then maybe some Spiral toys as well.
I was gonna say,
yes.
we can't. That's all we could say on that.
Can't count those out. Hopefully, very soon, guys. For those, if you don't know, now you know.
Next month.
Yeah, and then there's also some very cool stuff coming. Just gonna have to wait and see. But all right, everybody. As always, like and subscribe, and be on the lookout for more content from Kaiju Live. Have a good night, everybody.
All right, everyone. Be safe. See you later. Bye now.